Well, very tricky times here because, there's drops on the windows, the wind is coming up, and the riders, the bikes are all on slicks. So some of them are wet, some of them have, but a lot of riders have gone out on slicks on their machines, and if it starts raining now, it's going to be some interesting times ahead. So we'll have to keep you informed on what is happening. It's a 9-lap race. It is the Triumph Superbikes, Superbike Challenge, and the Masters, as well as some of the 600s as well. We'll see who's all there as far as 600s concerned. I can see Tristan Pienaar in there as a 600, Jason Lineker in there as well as a 600, and then the rest, Slade van Niekerk also on the ZX6 as well. Yeah, so that shows you why it's quite mixed up, why you see sometimes a 600 ahead of 1,000, but it is going to be Slade van Niekerk on pole position. He got pole position by 0.3 of a second over Malcolm Rapson. They'll be sharing with Jason Lineker. That's Kawasaki, Suzuki, Honda, and all together.
Right down there on the line, we've got Quinton Weening on the Yamaha. He's on the 85 machine, and a boy that's becoming very quick. Jason Lineker on the 93 Honda 600. Malcolm Rapson, quickest accountant in Africa, and I know it's getting off Gesaag, but he's sitting on P2. Your pole sitter on a 600 is Slade van Niekerk. There he comes on the 111 Project 60 racing machine. He's on the 600. Is that a Kawasaki? Indeed it is, a ZX6R. So, but what catches the eye is down in P11 on the 6th row is a man by the name of Kieran Steyman.
They're all on wets as well, Francois, on a drying track.
Yep.
Just to note.
Go down towards turn number 1, and looks like Slade gets the whole shot. Malcolm Rapson on the bigger 600 or 1000 looks up the inside, but Slade van Niekerk shuts it off. Looks like Jason Lineker's in there as they roll around. Kieran Steyman has rocketed up. He looks like he could be in P4 already, up behind Lineker. Steyman's going to pedal that 1000 Honda. He pulls up alongside Lineker and he moves his way quietly into P3, right up behind Slade van Niekerk. Keep an eye out on Kieran Steyman, folks. This man knows how to pedal a machine.
They go through Castrol, a good clean start from everybody. Now through the kink, they will then run down to turn 3, Interceptor corner, and the first of 9 laps is underway. Watch out there for that Honda in there as well. Jason Lineker in that section. A number of Hondas in the field, but we'll be moving now towards turn 4, super saddle sweep here, and then onto the back straight now. Open up onto the back straight and then run it down to Pertamina Fastron as the droplets fall on the windows here in the commentary box.
Well, I think the bikers have gauged it right. Here comes the rain. You can see it coming out of Cape Town. I spoke to Shantae about the precipitation over Cape Town. The southeasters bringing it towards us. It looks pretty hefty as it comes towards us. Malcolm Rapson leads out. Kieran Steyman comes through.
There's a rider, there's a bike that's unfortunately failed on the straight.
That looks like that looks to me like a Slade van Niekerk.
It is.
Slade van Niekerk, yeah. Malcolm Rapson there with Kieran Steyman right up behind him now. And Steyman chasing up towards Castrol corner, up behind Rapson.
Yeah, Rapson leads the way, 0.9 of a second across the lap from Kieran Steyman on
now
the
zero
Fireblade.
things.
Yeah.
They're right up behind each other. Look at that Steyman right up the tailgate there of Malcolm Rapson. Rapson on the Suzuki 1000 and Kieran Steyman on a rather old CBR 1000R, but very well prepared by Kieran as they make their way now through Interceptor corner. Coming through there now, Jason Lineker. Up behind him, probably likes of Brad Bosworth, Frosty there, Quinton Weening, then Tristan Pienaar, is that Jonathan Schwerin out there? No, it can't be it. Jonathan Schwerin is out there. Yeah, he's in the Superbikes. Yeah, Johnny Schwerin also on the one of the 1000s. And Steyman takes the lead. Steyman takes the lead going down to turn 5. Kieran Steyman from the back of the grid within 2 laps finds himself in the front.
Yeah, so Malcolm Rapson on the Jigsaw loses out then to Snyman on the Fireblade. There's actually 3 Fireblades in the top 5, and then the 1/600 CBR of Jason Lineker still hanging it in there as well. Here they come to the line to cross once again is Kewan Snyman, the fastest lap of 1:22.249, 4/10 of a second, actually more, sorry, it's 1.2 seconds, 4 seconds faster than Malcolm Raps and Brad Bodsworth, the Superbike Challenge bike. He is on the Honda Fireblade as well, up into the top 3. He's second in the Masters class. Jason Lineker leads the C600s at the moment. And then Daniel Frost second in the class. It was Slade van Niekerk that exited the race on lap 1, Francois. He was punching the air over there, disappointed.
Well, I see Brad Bodsworth lighting up the CBR 1000, but right up behind him is a baby blade. It's a CBR 600. That's Jason Lineker. Lineker just riding his race. Bodsworth sort of has like these impulses where he lights up the bike, it wheelies a bit, puts it down, but then he climbs on the brakes. It's all sort of a disjointed affair, and in the meantime, very relaxed.
Rider down in turn 2. Rider down in turn 2.
Yeah.
28. All right, so 28 is Daniel Frost.
Danny Frost. Oh, well, Danny won't be too happy about that one, I can assure you.
Yeah, he was running second in the Superbike Challenge class on the Honda CBR 1000. That will allow Quinton Weeding up into second place in class, and as well as that, 5th overall as well. The Marshals are there helping in turn 2, but out of turn 5 now, Pertamina Fastron. A lot of them come along now. Kewan Snyman crosses the line once again, leads the way, but he leads by 1.5 seconds over Malcolm Rapson, who is not only second, but the leader of the Masters class section, and then 5.8 seconds ahead of Bradley Bodsworth.
Well, going through there now over the line, it's Jason Lineker up behind him, Quinton Weeding, then Tristan Pinar. So having a look there's still a bike down, and it's a bit unfortunate. Daniel Frost out there. Right, there's your guys going through in turn number 2. That's looks like it was Malcolm Rapson. He's up behind Kewan Snyman. They're going out of Interceptor corner now. They make their way up towards Saddle Sweep. Now that part of the circuit's still pretty dry. It's wet surface, but it's dry-ish. But then they go down towards turn number 5, where it is absolutely soaking wet at the moment. We can see the rain coming down there. But Snyman's going down towards turn number 5 like it's not there, like it's a dry circuit. Look at him go.
8 bikes left in the race. Wayne Orenser rounds it all off. 4th place in the Superbike Challenge class, 8th overall. Daniel Frost off at turn 2. Slade van Niekerk out after turn 5. Evan Quirts not taking part, and Wesley Hendricks as well not taking part in this race. Kewan Snyman still leads the way by a mere 1.5 seconds over Malcolm Rapson. Crosses the line right now, plus 1.5 seconds. It is now 2.9 seconds and a 1:25.194 for Kewan Snyman, which is quite a bit faster. We're almost going out 1.5 seconds faster on the last lap than Malcolm Rapson.
Yeah, Bodsworth and Jason Lineker go over there. Tristan Pinar now ahead of Quinton Weeding. So Pinar also on the move on the R6. So lots happening out there now. And coming out of Quarry Corner, going down to the King, down towards Interceptor is Kewan Snyman there with Malcolm Rapson up behind him. Then it's Brad Bodsworth, then it's going to be Jason Lineker up behind Lineker, then it's Tristan Pinar, who's now ahead there of Quinton Weeding. Did Quinton come back at Pinar? No, Tristan Pinar still ahead there of Quinton Weeding. Nice little squabble that.
Yeah, it's about 7/10 of a second between them when they were crossing the line. Jonathan Schwerin will be a further 14.8 seconds back on his ZX-10. And then Wayne Orenser just still to cross the line now. You can see on your camera lenses as well that there is going to be bits of water and the rain is coming down in buckets over here. It's a deluge. And well, now Wayne Orenser crosses the line. That's 44.3 seconds off of Jonathan Schwerin at the moment. There will now be 3 laps left to go as Kewan Snyman crosses the line and extends his advantage to 4.2 seconds over Malcolm Rapson.
Yeah, Kewan Snyman doing well there, exiting turn 1, Malcolm Rapson following suit. And they are about 7 seconds ahead there of Brad Bodsworth, Jason Lineker. So into turn 2 we see the water on the cameras. The cameras don't have wipers on. Bit of a slow marker there. Kewen around a slow marker. He's well ahead there of Malcolm Rapson. Kewen Snyman there through the kink. It's nice and wet, but with wet weathers on, that's what you want to get nice coolant down and traction. Track drying on nicely. Snyman, you can see his body over, keeping the bike upright. Up the Tigerberg straight. There's Rapson. There's a slow marker. Then Rapson coming through. They make their way up the Tigerberg straight up towards Sarl Sweep. And Rapson works his way through already. Snyman ahead, working his way down the back straight. So Snyman's got this one tied up nicely. He's not going to be caught in time soon. You can see on your screens, folks, the rain pelting down here at Killarney. And the bikers, I want to say something here, Byron. When bikers operate in this weather, these are true grit bikers. They're out to race. They want to race no matter what. Show their mettle. And someone who is showing his mettle, and it's polished as well. Kewen Snyman absolutely flying in the wet. And this is where you show, this is where you actually separate the boys from the men as Malcolm Rapson works his way through over the line.
Now the leader goes into turn one. It is the penultimate lap of the race. 5.6 seconds between Snyman and Malcolm Rapson. Bradley Bodsworth, the Superbike Challenge leader and third overall, will come across the line now, 15 seconds back of Malcolm Rapson. Then Lineker is leading the 600 class, and he's leading it by a little bit over Tristan Pienaar, who comes across the line now just ahead of, it should be Quinton Weening that comes across. Yes, so Quinton Weening still within earshot of the man in front of him, 1.2 seconds to be exact. And then it looks like Wayne Arendse has been lapped in 8th position, but Jonathan Schwerin still currently on the lead lap at the moment and will cross the line now.
Well, I can tell you something for nothing, that someone who's having a lot of fun out there is Kewen Snyman. He started from the back of the grid, he now leads out. He's got a healthy lead. It's pouring with rain. He's going down the back straight like it's a dry circuit, making his way. There you see him rocket down the back straight, down towards, sits up. You're working your way through the gearbox. You don't want too much front brake there. You don't want it to wash away. You're going to use a little bit of back brake. And then work your way out of turn number 5, come through there. He'll use the wet. He's trying a different line there to get more drive, less turn, and works his way under the Castrol Cape Town Bridge, up over the line, down into turn number 1. There's Rapson only coming out of 5 now, so gives you an idea that Kewen Snyman's absolutely blasted away from Malcolm Rapson and holds a solid lead, and he's on his final flag lap.
Well, that's it, and 9.6 seconds. He's increased his advantage now over Malcolm Rapson, Kewen Snyman, and he's had it all his own way at the front on the Fireblade. Unfortunately, did not have the company of Slade van Niekerk. Terminal issues for the Quacker on lap 1, bringing him out with 600, of course, but he would have been out there. And Malcolm Rapson, Brad Bodsworth, second and third. Lineker in that lead of the 600 class, still in 4th at the moment on the CBR 600. We wait now for Kewen Snyman, who comes through Sarl Sweep, the double apex right-handed, turn 4, and then onto the back straight. He will then run now. He doesn't have to do anything heroic, he just has to keep it on the island. And
well, I don't know if you can stop him from doing something heroic, because that's pretty heroic riding in this rain down towards turn number 5 at that pace.
Extra heroic.
And you can actually see him back end in on wet weathers.
Magnificent stuff from this young man over here as well, as they come out of Pertamina Fastron towards the line. Kewen Snyman on the Honda Fireblade will take victory in the first of the Superbike races for the day. That's what he does. And then we have a short little wait for our second place finisher, Malcolm Rapson, on the 1000cc Suzuki.
I think someone who's ridden a very good race is Brad Bodsworth. He comes up towards the line. Brad Bodsworth, fantastic ride. Yeah, he's been followed there by Jason Lineker on the 600. Lineker be happy with that one as he crosses the line. And
yeah, Brad Bodsworth has actually put in a great performance here, the winner of the Superbike Challenge class.
Yeah.
And making sure that the podium is dominated by Honda Fireblades. Jason Lineker, 600 class winner, 4 seconds up the road.
And Tristan Pienaar ahead of Quinton Weening on 1000 Yamaha, so not to be sneezed at there. We'll just wait for Johnny Schwerin and Wayne Arendse to complete.
I think Wayne Arendse will come through first because he had a lap put on him. Let's watch them as they come to the line now. I think, nope, there we go. There comes Jonathan Schwerin. He will squeeze his way past very quickly and will then take the 7th place finish ahead of Wayne Ahrens. Remember, Jonathan Schwerin also 3rd in the master section ahead of Wayne Ahrens, who is 4th in the master section. And then Malcolm Rapson taking victory in the masters class ahead of Brad Bodsworth. So that was our 2 first bike races for the day. We'll have some later on, and what challenging conditions we have had for these bike races today so far. Well, I think now, do we move on lunchtime now? And then that will be about half an hour or so, and then we'll be rejoining you as well with our Wild Rose Gin 1000 kilometer that will be coming up shortly. But we'll go off air for a short while. Don't go anywhere. Have a good lunch, and we'll see you soon.